name's Nicole Burke. I'm the owner of Rooted Garden and Gardenary Incorporated and the creator of the Kitchen Garden Academy, an online course that leads you from start to finish to build and create and grow your own beautiful raised bed kitchen garden. You got to check out the Academy. Today, I want to show you a very, very fun lesson on how you can never miss a day with mint. I'm going to teach you the magic of mint. Smelling mint every day just makes me so happy, and I want to share that happiness with you. So what you need for this project is some mint, obviously. I bought mine just in a bunch, an exposed bunch at the grocery store. Try to buy organic if you can. But yeah, I just got it from the grocery. Then you need a glass of water, and you can have some pruners or some really sharp scissors. Then a little shallow cup is great for this one. You want to have, if you want to bring it to the next level, you could have a little small container like this filled with compost. And then you can also have a little dibber or a butter knife, some things to make a nice big hole in your soil. So that's for next level. You don't have to go there yet if you don't want to. All right, what we're gonna do with this mint is we are going to propagate it. Propagate just means turning one plant into many more. And mint is one of the best plants in the world to propagate. So what I'm gonna do as I look through these stems is I'm going to pick some of the ones that look the healthiest. So I'm picking ones that have a lot of leaves on them, and the leaves mostly look nice and fresh and the greenest. So I'm gonna start with these two. The first thing that I'm gonna do is take my pruners. Again, you wanna make sure they're nice and sharp. And I'm gonna cut the stem so that it's not too tall. The main thing, and I'm also gonna cut it right above a leaf node. So the farmers or whoever got this for me, it looks like they cut off leaves at the bottom. That is the leaf, what we call the leaf node. And when you're trying to propagate, you want to cut right above that. So I just cut right above that, and I cut it at an angle. Now, as soon as I do that, I'm going to go ahead and strip the bottom leaves just like this. And there I have it. So it looks like it is now ready to go. I might take one more set of leaves off, just like that. And now this poor thing looks super bare, doesn't it? But don't worry. I'm gonna fill my glass with some water, and then I'm gonna put this little cutting just like so. So we wanna make sure the leaves are hanging out of the cup. We don't want them down, and definitely don't want them in the water. And then you wanna make sure that your stem is completely submerged. Now what's gonna happen is on that stem of mint, it is gonna shoot out all kinds of roots, not just at the bottom, but all along the stems. And in a week to 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks, you're gonna pull this up, and all along the stem will be roots, not just at the bottom. It's crazy. So after that happens, you could leave it in the water, but over time it's gonna lose its nutrients. So the best thing to do is take that newly rooted cutting and move it over into a planter. So what I'm going to do is take a larger planter, because as we've already seen, mint has lots of roots, so we want to give it space. And I'm going to take my dibber and just place a nice big hole right there in the center of the soil. So this is a very fragile little cutting, right? I mean, you just saw I stripped the poor thing bare, right? So the last thing we want to do is have this pushing hard against soil as we start to put it down in the pot. So I'm just trying to get a nice hole here. I don't think I can, the soil isn't holding for me, but basically I want a hole so that I don't have to have any soil pushing against this stem. So I hold the hole, slide the cutting in just like so, and then I'm going to water around it. Now this cutting has been used to being around water for a lot, right? Because it grew in water. So you're gonna need to watch this over the next 1 to 2 weeks just to make sure it doesn't wilt or give out, because it's responding to the change in the water level. But this works. And you can grow this indoors until the weather warms. And then as soon as there's no threat of frost, you can literally take this pot and move it outdoors and grow it in like a semi-shade. I wouldn't grow it in bright light because it's in such a small pot, but you can put it in kind of a shaded area, keep it watered, and you'll literally have mint all summer long. And the coolest part is every time that mint grows, you can keep cutting on it and cutting on it and cutting on it. You are never gonna miss a day without mint again. or you're never gonna miss a day with mint again. Sorry, I threw that out in there. All right, this teaches us 3 wonderful truths about plants, and I cannot wait to tell you about them. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Number 1 is that mint should be treated like an introvert. So do you know what an introvert is? An introvert is someone who, at least as I understand it, gets most of their energy from being alone. So they can go play with others, but for the most part, when they're like in their happy place or getting more energy, they're by themselves. Well, mint, as you saw the way the roots grew from all sides, it's a little, it likes to take up space. It's a little pushy. So when mint is growing in a garden with lots of other plants, then it starts to kind of elbow everything else out of the way. So the way those roots are spreading out on all sides, that's what happens when you have a mint plant in a raised bed or just in the ground with other plants around it. All that to say, mint needs to just hang out by itself in its own room. So one of the best ways to grow mint is in a pot like this or just a container. If you love mint, so one of our clients, she's got gardens, like a very large kitchen garden, and right in the center, we dedicated a center planter exclusively to mint. So it's just overflowing with mint, so beautiful, but that's all that it does is grow mint. So that's number 1, treat mint like an introvert. Just let mint be by itself. The second thing that you can learn from this project is, sorry, I'm looking over at my notes, is that fresh taste, the taste of freshly harvested things is always available to you when you start to grow your own food. So the neat thing about this, I think, is that one, we're in the middle of winter right now, so you can take this mint, you can get it from the grocery, and you're gonna have a fresh taste, right? Because I mean, it was, I don't know when it was harvested. I'm not gonna start chewing it because I'll never finish, but it does have a fresh taste to it. So even if you're eating kind of mundane things in the middle of winter, throwing some mint, some freshly harvested mint into a salad or a side dish, to me, makes it taste garden fresh. Then the fact that we're gonna get to keep growing this over and over in our kitchen and then grow it on our porch or patio the rest of the year means that that taste, that freshly harvested taste, is always right outside our door, which I think is amazing. So we all want that taste. Our bodies as human beings are made to crave that flavor of something that just got picked. And so even if you grow just mint, you're gonna get to experience that again and again. So I love mint for that. Thank you, mint. All right, the third, I just kissed my mint. That was really weird, sorry. I love my plants. All right, the third thing that I love about this lesson that I think is so great, especially if you're a mom, is that you can tell your plants what to do. So if you have kids, I have 4, I can relate to you, and my kids just don't like me telling them what to do. I don't know why, but they don't like me being bossy. But plants don't mind, at least they can't talk back to us when we do, right? So when you use these guys, pruners or scissors, you basically get to tell your plant what you want it to do for you. So the neat thing when we come in here and we prune a plant, or we set up a plant to propagate for us. So I come in and let me find one that's better. I need a bigger stem. All right, so I come in here and I'm gonna cut right above the leaf node. So I'm telling the mint, okay, you can stop growing down there at the bottom, right? Like I just cut it off and told it what to do. And then I pull these leaves off. Well, the next thing I'm telling the mint to do is stop growing leaves for a little bit. And then I put this down in the water. So I'm telling the mint plant, okay, start growing roots. And the plant responds to the things that I do with it. So a lot of times when we're starting to garden or we get into our garden, we feel like our plants are bossing us or like tricking us or something. But in general, your plants will really respond to what you tell them to do, which I think as a person who's just waiting for my kids to start to obey me, I think it's so fun to like do a few things to a plant and then watch the plant go, oh yeah, I like that, I'll do that for you. So when you see your roots form on your mint plant, just think, oh my gosh, somebody is finally listening to me. So those are the 3 things you can learn from this fun, never miss a day with mint project. Number 1, mint is an introvert. Keep the mint alone, please. Number 2, fresh taste is always available to you when you grow your own. And number 3, you actually can tell your plants what to do. Pretty awesome, right? I think it's magical. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.